Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, and the new Powerpuff Girls, and Star vs. the Force of Evil. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Justin Cummings.
Hello.
This week on the Steven Universe Roundtable, where we discuss a specific topic in Steven Universe. Justin and I will be speculating and preparing for the upcoming Summer of Steven/Steven's Summer Adventure, whatever. Basically, the entire rest of season 2, production-wise, season 2, and it will be great. New episodes of Steven Universe at 7, starting on July 18th, all the way until not really clear, but
August 12th, I believe, is when they're saying the finale is.
As of now, the EW article says August 12th. There's a lot of sketch information in this article, but and Cartoon Network for sure does not have this plan, but whatever. But we will be getting into all this, all the previews. This is a very spoiler podcast. Anything out there we will discuss. That being said, there's actually not a lot out there. The only 2 clips that are out there are official Cartoon Network releases, so it's not like we're discussing leaks. We'll be discussing episode titles, but those are on the TV schedule. But normally, we're very much not discussing anything in advance, but this is the podcast where we will get into all that stuff. One of the official clips CN did release is pretty spoiler-filled for later in the season. However, it's out there and you're probably going to get spoiled, is my assessment. So I think, yeah. So you can go watch those. Or not. So this is your warning to tune out now. We cover Steven Universe every week here on the Overly Animated Podcast. You can check us out at overlyanimated.com or search for the Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Next week, Steven Universe every week, and we will be there right after the episodes here at the Overly Animated Podcast. Episode 7, podcast up 8. How about that? Maybe a little bit later on Monday because it's 2 episodes apparently still, and that's gonna be great. We're gonna get into all that. It's gonna be exciting. You stick with us for all your Steven Universe coverage here on this very fast-paced rest of the season. We're gonna get into speculation here. We're gonna discuss all the clips. Last spoiler warning. Okay.
I do have a question before the last spoiler warning.
Yes, Justin. I'm calling on you. Yes.
Steven Floats aired already. Are we discussing that as part of spoilers, or will we hold off?
We are not.
That has already aired in France.
True. We are not discussing Steven Floats, so you don't have to go away. I kind of gave a general spoiler warning, but yeah, we're not discussing Steven Floats. We might as well save it for Monday's podcast.
Yeah.
So we won't get into Steven Floats. Everything else is fair game. Okay. So we have 2 clips. We have yes.
2 or 3 because the promo. Because there was the musical, there was the long clip, and then the promo.
There's a bunch of promos, but they're basically, you can just watch the long one. I think it covers it. That's true. We have the extended sequence from Mr. Greg, the all-musical episode. And then we have a promo of introducing Bismuth from, not sure which episode. Great. So,
Bismuth. I believe it is called Bismuth.
It's certainly entitled. It's a
22-minute episode called Bismuth.
The clip is certainly entitled Bismuth. I will agree with that. The 22-minute special Bismuth will introduce the purple rainbow-haired gem who fought alongside her crystal gems in the battle saber over 5,000 years ago. Yes, so that is information we were given. There's the CW article introducing Uzo Aduba as a Bismuth. We'll treat that like it's true, but I think there's a lot of assumptions. I don't know. We'll see. But I know this is supposed to be factual, but this is Cartoon Network we're dealing with. Who knows here? But yeah, that's interesting. A 22-minute special Bismuth. That's pretty interesting. And yes, this article says Monday, July 18th to Friday, August 12th. 20 new episodes, 4 weeks. That being said, Matt Burnett on Twitter said about that long, right? So who knows? I guess it depends when they air stuff, probably.
Yeah.
So we will see. We have that. We have the clips. We have episode titles. Here are the ones I've got, Justin. You compare this to your list. I've got Steven Floats and Drop Beat Dad on Monday. Mr. Greg on Tuesday. Too Short to Ride Wednesday. The New Lars Thursday. Beach City Drift Friday. The following Monday, Restaurant Wars. The following Tuesday, finally, Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service. The following Wednesday, Monster Reunion. The following Thursday, Alone at Sea. And the following Friday, Greg the Babysitter.
I heard Greg the Babysitter. I have not seen an official confirmation on that, but yeah, that's as far as I've seen.
Yeah, I got that one here on my special source.
Awesome.
I don't want to name the source because I don't want people going there, but yeah, it's so that's.
Can you tell me after?
No, you're too innocent for this. So,
I'm a grown up.
Are you? No. Anyway, so let's get into so what stands out to you from that episode title list?
Okay. I'm gonna get this over with now. Centipedal band has to be lifted for like 10 seconds.
Okay, let's get this clear. I have now lifted the bismuth ban.
Yes, the bismuth ban is gone. You have to.
I had previously banned bismuth discussion because I was sick of the speculation. And to be fair, if they didn't air the rest of the season in a few weeks, it would still be like a year before we got bismuth. So that was a good call. That being said, the centipedal ban is still in effect. No.
Me okay, there's a plausible theory about this one episode. Please give me like 30 seconds because this is plausible.
Okay. That's it.
Yes, just a temporary.
Which episode?
All right, Monster Reunion, because a lot of people are seeing now that that's like confirmed by the schedule as the official title. That's a lot like Monster Buddies. I doubt they would do such a specific throwback in the naming unless it was that. Plus, there was a brief shot in one of the promos where Pearl's talking about something not being a good idea, and they're in the bubble room. And that's kind of where people are getting this theory that episode might be centipedal related. Between the naming coincidence and that one brief scene in the bubble room, it kind of has ground. It's the most plausible centipedal theory I've ever heard. It's either we get it in this episode or we're never getting it.
Okay. The discussion is done. I reject that theory. It's stupid.
What do you think Monster Reunion will be all about then, Dylan? What's your plot?
We have 2 words. It could be anything. So we will see.
If I'm correct, I will be on that podcast.
Sure. You have to make sure you make that one so I can get. This seems pretty contentious so far, but this is all in good fun to a certain extent. But no, that'll be the discussion as henceforth bans. But yes,
okay.
I've lifted the bismuth ban. Justin, what's your impression of bismuth from this clip?
Oh my goodness, I love this clip so much. This was amazing. We don't know for certain, but it seems I was pretty accurate when I said that bismuth was a soldier under Rose. That was kind of where I was leaning with the idea of what was in Lion's Mane, and it seems pretty clear that is Lion's Mane because we see Lion in the background of this shot, and why else would we ever have Lion around if not for something magical and MacGuffin related? But I like Bismuth's character. I thought it was very interesting.
So we have Lion in this clip. Actually, one more interesting theory was someone commented with the really interesting theory that Lion was now gone from the show forever because Lion was part of like Steven's development, and now he's like reached gem maturity, so now we're never going to see Lion again. But Lion's in the clip, so that theory's gone.
Lion could leave in the end of the episode, though, if that theory holds.
Yeah.
This was Lion's last mission, basically.
Everything we see with Bismuth in this clip is super not surprising because fans kind of speculated everything. The thing I'm most surprised about is that Bismuth's gem looks the way it does. Like, it just looks like the gem we saw. Previously in this podcast, we talked about how it doesn't really make sense that the thing in Lion's Mane is like a gem like we know it because it looks so much different from a gem.
I called it totally as being a normal gem because it looks exactly like an earth piece of bismuth.
Right, which I hate this type of thing. But yeah, it does, and that is a rock. So I guess that's how that works. I think there's probably something special with our bismuth, and we'll learn this later. So so that, we'll see. We don't claim victory from one minute clip is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm claiming victory because you didn't think it was a gem at all. You just thought it was like technology.
Bismuth, well, could still be technology. It's a 1 minute clip.
Gem.
Do they say gem? Do they, I don't know if we call
Thought with Rose. Very important thing. We get the names of 3 other crystal gems.
We do.
I doubt this will ever come to fruition, but we find out other gems who weren't called by their actual gem.
Yeah, what were they again? They were
it was
Crazy Legs,
Biggs.
Yeah.
Snowflake or Snowball, one of the two.
Something like
Snowflake.
That. Yeah. And like Crazy Legs or something, right?
Yeah, it was Crazy Legs, Biggs, and Snowflake.
Yeah. really weird throwaway to just name other gems and like
that aren't named after their
it's
gem.
like the other members of the crew. Like let's name them. You know, I think that. What do you think of Bismuth's personality?
I love it. I love that just kind of loud, fun, but can be
Yeah,
serious. Because we see kind of towards the end of the clip, we see Bismuth a bit more serious,
yeah.
comforting Pearl a bit, tearing up. I love it. I'm very excited. I already love Bismuth. Um, Part of it might be the hype, but genuinely just seems like a great character and a great addition to the team.
Yeah, I think this was not what people expected Bismuth to be.
No.
But from what we see in this 1 minute clip, Uzo Aduba as Bismuth seems like a delight, really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she just seems it's a lot of fun, really interesting. Not what I expected, considering this is the gem that punched my Lapis. So,
Well,
you know,
yeah. I
I'm
can, but seeing Bismuth, I think I could see her punching Lapis, not
I
using a weapon, just punching Lapis.
I could see, yeah. So even though we get a really sympathetic portrayal of Bismuth here, I'm not necessarily all in on loving her just
We don't
because.
know it's the same Bismuth.
So it's probably yeah. So I mean, they're not going to show our Bismuth. I mean, they could do that as some sort of foreshadowing, show a different Bismuth. But assuming this is our Bismuth, there's definitely a dark side to our Bismuth, right? Like
Well,
that's going to be real interesting to explore. And I'm on Team Lapis.
well, it was a war.
So
They didn't.
right.
I
So
wouldn't
even
say a
even
dark side, but
well, you still just punched this gem that wasn't really involved in the war.
what if they didn't know? I think
They
they have
either they didn't
22 minutes.
know
We're gonna see Bismuth and Lapis interact in 22
right.
minutes. They're
Right.
gonna
Either
give us that.
they'll give us something. Either they didn't know, or Rose just kind of had the cutthroat type of strategy that they
Yeah.
needed to do. And like, I'm not like condemning her, saying she's a bad person, but there's some sort of like war side to her, right? Like,
Well, yes,
that's
there's a war
inherent.
side to all of them.
Well, yeah, and there's a dark side to Pearl too. But I think
Hmm.
it's more clearly dark just because we see this shot of her punching Lapis in the flashback in whatever in that episode, right? So I think
Hmm.
that's interesting, and and I think it's really interesting to introduce this character this way, and then kind of get into maybe this was the unethical crystal gem who took war too far. I feel like that's where we're going.
I think we're going in a very, very different direction. I at one point a long time ago, this was way, way, way back before this was before In Too Deep. I had said my theory was we would see kind of a secondary Crystal Gems form, like an auxiliary group, kind of like Teen Titans West, basically, of
Yes.
like Peridot and Lapis, and a second group basically that lives separate from the Crystal Gems but got brought in. I think Bismuth is going to end up with Lapis and Peridot living in the barn as kind of like a secondary group because I don't see them keeping another gem long term in the temple. I just don't see them doing that.
So you think Bismuth is not new mom?
I think Bismuth is mom of Lapis and Peridot, basically.
So you think Bismuth is barn mom, or Bismuth is barn mom?
Yeah, she's going to basically teach them how to fight in the rebellion.
Yeah, I mean, sure, we could. I don't have a strong opinion about whether she'll be in the temple or in the barn, like whatever.
It's purely a theory, but
Sure. I do think that we're gonna get a hang up. Like, I do think it's interesting. This episode apparently is not until
August.
in August, right? So this is not gonna get this for a while. So we'll have some time for Lapis to settle in. But this could set Lapis off if the person who caused her thousands of years of stagnant like misery is suddenly kind of accepted into the group, and they're all very happy about it. We could see Lapis separating from the group or something like that.
Hmm. There's going to be something interesting there, and I think that's why they're holding off on the episode a bit more because we need a little bit more Lapis before we get this episode. I think
It's so far away, but in general, what do you think of the concept of
it's
introducing another major character like this?
it's really not that far away. It's less. It's maybe 10, 15 episodes away, which
Which,
in the
yeah,
grand
but that's
scale
like,
isn't that far.
but in terms of how they air this show, normally that's like a year. So,
True.
like this is a while away. But so we don't really know the state of the show when they bring Bismuth in. But generally, what are your feelings on if Bismuth is a major character?
I think it's time they bring in a new gem because, yeah, I mean, we just had Lapis and Peridot join them recently, but all of the gems we know, like the main gems, yellow diamond and blue diamond aside, all of the main gems we know were introduced at least by the end of season one. Right? That's when we got Peridot, that's when we got Jasper. They even referenced Yellow Diamond in that episode. That's when we saw Ruby and Sapphire for the first time officially. So yeah, it's been 30-ish episodes since they introduced a new gem.
Yeah.
Which I think it's the longest stretch they've gone without introducing a new gem like that because I mean they introduced Lapis 26.
Season 1.
But Lapis was introduced in 25 and 26.
Sure, I guess.
And then 25 later we got Peridot pretty quick after that actually. 10 episodes later, then Jasper. It's been quite a while. So
I think that Peridot and now Lapis's reintegration kind of count as new characters, though. They're certainly changing the dynamic up. If this episode were next, I would say, wow, this is really soon to be switching things up. But we don't really know the state of the show when this is going to be happening, so we'll have some time to settle in. But so, I mean, that's the thing. I'm not settled in right now. I know the show I think we're going to get into this settled in state with Lapis and Peridot at the barn. I'm still trying to figure out what's going to happen there, how Lapis is going to integrate with the group, how Lapis and Peridot are going to get along. To me, that's not resolved yet, so I need some more time with that.
Right. But I think we're going to get that.
Yeah, I think we'll get some version of that. I mean, let's talk about that. It's interesting. Steven floats. I mean, we kind of know what happens in that episode.
Right.
Very, very vague spoilers. It's not in that episode. Droppy Dad doesn't sound like that's happening there.
That sounds like it's going to be a very... Well, it's going to be a Greg episode, but it sounds potentially like a third flashback.
It's not enough information. That'd be interesting.
Right.
Mr. Greg, we know, is a musical episode
in Empire City.
In Empire City with Steven, Pearl, and Greg.
Is this the one 7 songs?
Yes, that's this episode.
Oh dear, that will be amazing.
We had Rebecca Sugar recently reblog the all episodes all of next week, and we're actually my favorite episodes in this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one. She seems pretty hype about this all musical episode. But yeah, so not that one. Although I do think we'll probably see non-Steven, Pearl, Greg characters, and if we're doing 7 songs, we need some other stuff, right? So I think
Too Short to Ride kind of sounds Peridot-ish.
So this could be it. This is the only one next week that could be our Peridot Lapis resolution, because then we have the new Lars. No.
Okay, but we've been waiting to get some Lars Sadie resolution.
I have not been waiting for more Lars. I don't know about you, but I'm fine with the amount of Lars.
The last time we saw Lars and Sadie in any meaningful capacity was Say Uncle. Is that the last time you want them to be together on screen?
I'm fine. Okay,
Say Uncle?
Look, I'll take some Lars and Sadie, but don't give me more than a minute of Lars. I don't need...
But we're getting the new Lars. You said you would be okay if Lars became a new character, and this is it. This is what you've wanted.
I'm selling the new Lars. He's same as the old Lars.
They're handing you what you wanted on a silver platter, and you're knocking it away.
I don't buy that Lars can change this season. I mean, we don't even know what the new Lars means. That's why this is a joke. But I don't buy that Lars is changing in this episode. And then we have Beach City Drift, which sounds like a towny episode.
It sounds pointless. It sounds wonderful. It sounds like we're getting Tokyo Drift, but in Steven Universe, and I would watch that so much.
So hype for I don't know if they're necessarily they could just be a title. It could just be some weird title. So Too Short to Ride. Maybe the only one I've hyped for. That being said, this is probably Steven going to an amusement park. So
probably taking Peridot.
Or are we getting is this our Stevani episode?
No, I think Beach City Drift might be the Stevani episode. Think about that jacket. Think about the way that promo looks. Let's open
motorcycle. We're jumping all around, but let me open the promo. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm gonna watch it without the sound on. And we have we don't have anything exciting yet. We have Steven floating. We have so this is the short version of the traditional OVA FTSW going through the trailer shot by shot. We have Steven and Lapis on a boat, and Lapis honking the horn, and Lapis Steven and Lapis laughing.
So cute.
Yeah, that's great. I don't know what episode that is, but
probably Alone at Sea.
Oh yeah, that's an episode title. Okay, we have Peridot. Amethyst. I forgot Amethyst's name because she's done nothing recently. So let's hope we get some Amethyst.
Amethyst is a volleyball.
Yeah, and Steven. No, they're on the boardwalk.
Okay.
Hype for me visiting the Beach City.
Have fun in
boardwalk.
Beach City, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in Beach City. Steven flying. We have Lapis laughing, and it's the cutest thing ever. And Lapis is wonderful. We have Stevani. I always mispronounce. Yeah, putting on a jacket and then flipping their hair. We have Steven going into a water park in the suit, so we know it's from that episode. We have Peridot doing something. We have Oh yeah, volleyball. Jasper, Steven passing it to Peridot. Peridot,
Amethyst.
Amethyst. See, again, I'm forgetting her name because she's done nothing. And Peridot like getting hit in the face. Peridot is in like the town, so maybe we'll combine Peridot shenanigans with towny shenanigans, and that'll be much better than typical towny shenanigans.
Plus that all that Amidot feels.
Oh yeah, so this could be a big Amidot. I mean, they're basically kissing in the screenshot I have now of ball
It's
Amethyst
an
hitting,
indirect kiss.
and this is totally an indirect kiss of a volleyball Amethyst hitting Peridot in the face. So yeah, we have Amethyst and Steven looking at something. Okay, some more Amethyst. They're talking to Garnet and Pearl in the bubble room, right?
Yes, this is what I referred to earlier that I'm no
Yeah.
longer allowed to talk about.
Not allowed to talk about. And we have them in suits, which we see in the Mr. Greg clip. We have Steven starry-eyed. Oh yeah, this is also from the Mr. Greg clip. And then we have Steven being excited about something, and that's it. So there's only a few interesting things there, but the return of Stevani.
Yes.
Are you hyped?
That I'm very, very hype. I think that might be. I feel that might be Beach City Drift. That's purely speculation, though.
Yeah, the baseless
But
speculation.
we have not seen Stevani in any real capacity since Alone Together. I mean, yes, we got Stevani for like, what, 2 seconds in We Need to Talk?
Yeah.
But I'm excited. More real Stevani, it seems.
Let me check out this clip again. So, I can't tell the location.
It looks sunsetty. We've got the bomber jacket.
Yeah. So we'll see.
It's baseless, but we'll know in about a week.
I mean, if Steven and Connie went to the amusement park in their Too Short to Ride a Roller Coaster, they would totally form Stevani and then be tall enough. Like, you could totally see that happening.
I could.
That's, again, baseless speculation based on the title, but I feel like this is the most concrete speculation that I've seen from, like, these stupid titles. But, yeah, so I apologize to the titles. They're not stupid.
No, they're nice titles.
But that's so definitely hype about that. What about this Mr. Greg clip? Musical episode. They're in Empire City. I kind of love that they used this that Lapis big episode to expand the world, and now we're actually doing something with it. We're going into Empire City.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting. And then why does Greg have a bunch of money?
We will find out probably in the opening song, the opening musical number of Mr. Greg, and that will set up the next 6 songs, and it will be great.
Is it that one of Greg's old records is catching on or something? Is that what's happening?
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel because part of me can't help but think Mr. Greg as opposed to Mr. Universe. I feel maybe like he re-releases a song and it gets big on iTunes or whatever they have there.
Yeah, if they have the internet. Do we know if they have the internet?
Yes, because you have TubeTube.
What? What is that?
TubeTube, the website that Steven wants to show Connie a clip on in Winter Forecast. TubeTube.
Oh, okay. I need to go back. Yeah. Okay. So they're not often on computers in the show.
They have blogs.
Do they have blogs?
Keep Beach City weird.
Yep, you're right. Okay. But is that canon?
Yes, that's canon.
Is that canon? I mean,
Ronaldo goes off about his blog.
Oh yeah, okay.
They watched the video. He does. On the website,
we have the Tumblr, but that's separate, right? But okay, they do. Okay,
yeah,
there's a lot of references. Okay.
The internet's real.
The internet is real, apparently. So yeah, Mystery. That's gonna be interesting. So maybe one of his records sells, then he has a bunch of money, and then they go into the hotel. Why are they bringing Pearl? Why are they going into this fancy hotel? Like, what's
maybe Pearl's the business manager? You know?
Yeah. So Pearl's freak out at the end of the song. My read was this is residual still not crazy about Greg type things from the Rose situation.
Yeah, Michelle, who's unfortunately not here right now, her and I talked about this. We think this might. I know we talked recently on our Greg Roundtable about wanting a little bit of Greg Pearl resolution, and I think this might be it. I know it's a weird episode to do it in, but I think we might get that here.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems like it. We haven't brought up Pearl hides these feelings, and we're bringing them up. Like, we're gonna resolve them, or not resolve them. We're gonna hit on them. You know, like that's
maybe resolve it in a song, a wonderful duet between Greg and Pearl that starts off separate and then they like harmonize.
I'm calling it now. The crew's gonna be like, okay, Mr. Greg's the best episode of the Steven Universe, and I'm gonna be like, this episode's mediocre.
And I'm going to be like, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's a preview of Tuesday's podcast. Like, there's no way there's no way I'm going to be in love with this episode, but who knows? Maybe they'll pull
Will we get the two people singing on opposite sides of a wall? Will we get that cliche?
Who would do that?
Greg and Pearl. Will we get that cliche?
No. I'm out on that. What if we got Stevani singing?
Oh, if Stevani happens in Mr. Greg, hands down, best episode.
I just want more Connie singing because Connie's part of one of the best Steven Universe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's get more Connie singing.
Yeah, the Juice and the Jam song, yeah.
No, okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was referring to.
Come on and share this jam with me.
Jam song is great, but come on. So yeah, Mr. Greg's going to be an interesting one. Let's go back to these titles.
Yes.
Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service.
Will it be pointless? Probably. Does it sound?
Can't say I'm thrilled about the prospects of a Kiki episode, but
the last episode we got Kiki in any meaningful capacity though was Joyride, and that was a pretty good episode.
Joyride was good. Yeah. Okay. True.
Let him be a DJ.
We're good. If we're getting a lot of Townie episodes the next 2 weeks, this is going to be Dylan struggles to remember the names of all the minor characters, the podcast. So that's going to be fun. I don't remember.
Justin's encyclopedic knowledge of pointless characters, the podcast.
Yeah, I really don't care about any of them. So we'll see about this. I feel like I saw Funland in something.
Probably.
I feel like we're going to Funland at some point, which is great because that's like the biggest parallel to Rehoboth Beach is there's literally a Funland. So that's cool. What else we got?
Restaurant Wars.
Yeah. So what's up with the Restaurant Wars?
I don't know what restaurants are fighting, or is it all the restaurants?
Is it
the throwdown of Bobby Flay?
How many restaurants are there? The Frybo place and Kiki's,
the pizza place,
and the donut place. It's not really a restaurant.
I count it.
So I don't know what that is. I guess we're seeing. Are you excited for the prospect of more Frybos?
I don't want Frybo. Wait, is that the name? Is that the last name of the family? No, Fryman.
I don't know.
Family.
What's the family name?
I want more Petey.
Yeah,
Fryman.
we haven't seen Fryman. Okay, we haven't seen Petey in forever. Yeah.
And you know my thoughts on Petey. For more of my thoughts on Petey, watch the Steven Universe Survivor Fantasy podcast we did.
Yeah, somehow Petey is in that. Yeah. I did like Petey the last time we saw him 10 years ago, so I have fond memories of Petey from a decade ago. So maybe we'll see.
Maybe Petey's grown. Maybe we'll see a newer, more mature Petey. I'm excited.
We already got a newer, more. That was kind of his arc in the beginning.
Even more mature Petey.
Sure.
Than mature Petey.
Well, maybe grows. Like that type of thing. Alone at Sea. So we see Steven and Lapis. Is that Steven and Lapis Alone at Sea?
Pretty sure that's in Alone at Sea. I'm pretty sure.
Is it just the two of them, or is it more than that?
I want it to be just the two of them. I want that episode so bad.
Because you're the biggest shipper, but of.
No, not even just the fact that I'm a shipper. I am the weird indie art house. I love one room kind of plots, and if you give me Steven and Lapis on a boat for just 11 minutes of them on a boat trying to get back to shore or whatever.
Yeah,
I would eat that up. They don't even need to talk.
Yeah, look, I'm in on that. So, but our episode titles. None of these episode titles seem super consequential, though. There's ones later which may or may not be true, right?
Yeah.
We had the provisional titles from a while ago. I'm gonna go back a little bit and.
Last one out of Beach City, Back to the Moon. I'm trying to just remember a couple of them.
Yeah,
Gem Hunt.
There's the finale titles, which can be like Last One Out of Beach City and stuff like that. So I have some titles here. Okay, so this is kind of spoilers, getting into more spoilers. Let me read the titles I have here. Okay, this is from a trustworthy source, although anything may or may not be accurate, even if it's coming from Cartoon Network at some point. It's still it may be old titles, right? It may be. So here's what I got. I got Stephen Cooking. Gem Karaoke, Crying Breakfast Friends, Video Chat, okay, Internet, Steven's Song, Steven and Friends, Mother's Day, Steven's the Best, Stevani Forever, Party in Beach City, Gem Bonding, Amethyst is Awesome. These don't sound like titles.
I saw this list. I know what happened. Basically, there were three kinds of things in this list. There were episode titles, marathon titles, and short titles.
Yeah.
So
Some of these
Chat,
could be
Crying
shorts.
Breakfast Friends are probably shorts.
Yeah.
Amethyst is Awesome just aired this past week. That's a marathon.
Okay.
Stefani Forever could probably be a marathon title.
Yeah.
Was this the?
This has
I think
Bismuth
I know
on
the
it,
list
though.
you're talking. Yes,
Bismuth, Crystal Chaos, Greg's
I
Greatest
know the list
Hits,
you're talking about.
Crystal
That was a
Jams,
marathon.
Fusions. That's probably a marathon. Steven's Power Hours. Yeah. So these are probably not. Smoky
Yeah.
Quartz. Smoky Quartz.
This are we getting into Smoky Quartz?
Smoky
I'm doing it.
Quartz.
Okay,
That's on this list.
Have you seen the photo that may not be real?
No, but if I haven't seen it, it's probably not real.
Yeah,
I'll
some
say
people
that,
think
yeah.
it's fake. It has potential. Basically, it's a theory that Steven's fusing with somebody.
Smoky Quartz.
Yes, either Steven or Rose fusing with somebody, or Amethyst.
Yeah, so a new fusion.
Some people think it's the Amidot fusion. Some think it's Steven and Garnet. Those are the two biggest I heard, or Rose and Garnet. Those are the three most thrown out there theories, which color palette wise makes sense.
Color palette wise, yeah. And then I'm seeing, and then there's the old provisional titles, which may or may not be the final titles. There's a 3-parter with like Last One Out of Beach City, Attack from Homeworld or something like that. You know, there's like that type of thing.
Attack from Homeworld was a marathon title. I remember them doing this.
Okay, interesting. So we will see what is true and not true. For now, we only have 2 weeks of verified titles, so we have 2 weeks of non. In general, I'm not super excited by the prospect of 2 weeks of Townie episodes. Let's get that out there.
Greg the Babysitter will be an incredible episode. I call this now.
Why?
Because it's Greg as a babysitter.
I could see this one being secretly a plot episode.
Like We Need to Talk, where it sounds like Greg just sitting Steven down for a father-son talk, and we see Rose fuse for the first time ever.
Something significant happening, because it's the end of next week. We're getting into the latter half of the season territory. Mm-hmm. It's not like these early ones like Beach City Drift, Restaurant Wars, Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service. Those are earlier ones, so
yeah,
I could see that being. I mean, I don't know. Like, we know there's going to be significant things, even if this are towny action going on. We have Mr. Greg. We know is going to be interesting, and we know we're getting Stefani at some point. But other than that, these could just be minor character season 1 type episodes.
Which I think it's okay. I think, because I kind of like the way the show's flowing, where season 1 was kind of introducing us to this world and then switching at the end more towards more gem stuff. Season 2, or I guess the first half of season 2, was very, very gem focused. Now it seems they're going to try to wrap up some of these plots maybe, or at least go back to them before we dive back into the gem. So I think we only dislike it so much because of the way it's airing. I think if it just aired weekly straight through, it wouldn't feel quite as bad.
So if this is 2 weeks of inconsequential episodes, I'm very happy that they are not airing weekly. I'd much prefer this. That being said, basically, I'm gonna see how I know I have I think my most notorious opinion about Steven Universe at this point is that I hate filler episodes, which is not my opinion. For the record, I'll get into this more with Steven Floats. I hate inconsequential episodes.
Not this again.
Right. So we just discussed this on our Star podcast yesterday, but this is there's a distinction I'll talk about in Steven Floats. It depends how they do it. They could have an episode about PD, and it could be great because it could be full of great character moments for Steven. It
like political power.
Yeah, right. That's a good filler episode. Yep.
Because Steven actually grows and talks to the gems, and good episode.
Yeah, my favorite one is the Sadie the song episode, right?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of character growth.
That's my best example of like Dylan doesn't hate all quote unquote filler episodes. Like it's about is there any characterization, plot, character interactions, world building? Is there any consequence to the show at large? That type of thing. And you can do that and have nothing plot wise happen. So I'm gonna be interested to see in this new era of more plotty Steven Universe how they handle more minor character focused episodes.
Right. I think it won't be quite the same as what we got. I don't think we're going to get like, what was the episode where they played volleyball with the pizza family or whatever it was? I don't think it's going to be quite like that. Yeah, I don't know the name of an episode. You can tell it's kind of forgettable. But I don't think it's going to be quite like that. I think it's going to be more along the lines of like political power, where we see a lot of minor characters, but there's actual stuff happening.
Yeah, I would hope so. And I'm all about developing Peridot and Lapis more through interactions with the townies.
I love that idea.
Yeah. Like, that's fine by me. So throw in Peridot or Lapis into any Townie episode, and I think you got a consequential episode. So,
And they're not actually called the Townies; they're called the Boardies.
that's not in universe though, is it?
That comes from political power,
Okay.
where Dewey calls them the Boardies.
Sure. Okay. That was what that's the name of the when I was at school, the people who live in Williamsburg that don't go to my college, we call the Townies. And I think that's a typical name for, so that's why I was saying that.
Yes, it is.
The boardies, okay. The minor character, the season ones. That's what we can call them too. Like the ones who
The Gen 1ers?
the Gen 1ers. We haven't seen them in so long, any of them.
Yeah, the last time we saw any of them was probably Sadie's song, and that was in background mostly.
Yep. Yeah, crazy stuff. That being said, the season 2 we did get like the
Joyride.
the Jamie, no, like the Jamie play
Oh,
episode.
no.
Like there's been bad ones, so well, that episode's not without consequence. That episode's not without some redeeming elements, but at the same time, like I hope these are more like Sadie's song than the Jamie play episode, right? So
I want Kiki's pizza delivery service to be Kiki, Gunga, and Steven on a road trip to take a pizza. I want SpongeBob pizza delivery episode, that beautiful gem that it was. Gem. I want that, but with Kiki, Gunga, and Steven.
I don't.
And that's not a huge request.
I depends how it's done. I'm not in on it in concept, but sure. Okay, let's close out lightning rounds. Out there questions. So we're seeing all the way to the end of production season 2. Jasper, yes or no?
Yes.
We discussed this last week. I think no. I probably during the finale. I don't know though. It's
especially
tough.
if it's a 3-part finale.
It's got to be because the last plot thing we saw was the Rubies looking for Jasper. Like they gotta, yeah. I think we'll see. We at least need Jasper discussion. Rose, yes or no?
Oh,
actual in the flesh.
No.
No.
Maybe the finale. Maybe. I don't want that.
We should recognize this is a very out there theory that we both kind of think might happen at some point.
I'm scared it'll happen. You want it, I don't.
I want it. Yeah. I mean, no, I don't want Steven to die, but like
I know what you want. We had a whole episode on this.
Yeah, we had a whole roundtable. Check out our past roundtables. What's some other stuff? Yellow Diamonds in the rest of the season, yes or no?
In the flesh or via communicator?
So let's start with either.
Either probably we'll see some kind of communication with Yellow Diamond in the finale.
So
maybe before that, but not in the flesh.
I think this is an easy yes. We will see Yellow Diamond. In the next month, yes.
Will we see any other Diamond
in the flesh? That's more questionable. I agree, but we're definitely going to see Yellow Diamond on the show. Will we see another Diamond? Good question. Yes or no?
I doubt we'll see Blue Diamond. Blue Diamond's the least likely of the 3. I think we're more likely to see Pink or White, honestly, because we know nothing about them at all. And they have introduced us to who Yellow Diamond is, and they've introduced who Blue Diamond is. I think we're more likely to see White or Pink introduced, but not in maybe any major capacity.
The only reason to show another Diamond is if you want to do whatever, if the show wants to do whatever reveal they're going to do with Pink Diamond, because we've been hiding what Pink Diamond looks like purposefully. So we're going to see that paid off at some point. If we're going to do that in the finale, then we could do that in the finale. But I'm not sure what purpose.
I think we're going to at least get a glimpse of the 3, I guess, active Diamonds is the best way I can describe it. So I think we're going to see White Diamond before we see Pink Diamond.
Are we going off Earth at any point in the next month?
Define off Earth. Does that include the moon? Or are you talking like way out? Like to another homeworld colony or to homeworld?
Any place that's not Earth or the moon.
Okay. No, I think we're staying on Earth and the moon.
I think probably, but this is going to change soon. This is a very out there idea right now, but I think we're going to quickly develop into the type of show that could leave Earth.
Okay.
Maybe that sounds weird, but we saw on Homeworld from Yellow Diamond's perspective. I have to think that means something. I think we're going to Homeworld sooner than we think. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see.
I can see that.
Or a colony, like another colony could be.
I mean, yeah. Now that I think about it, we are actually nearing the 100th episode of the show.
Yeah, we're further
Going to
along than it
Homeworld by
seems.
100
Yeah,
episodes
yeah.
makes sense.
It could happen. What other big picture tickets we got here? So
what fusions will we see?
right. So
will we see any new fusions?
In these 20, okay, will we see any new fusions? Yes, right? Like something has to happen.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
will we see a Peridot fusion in the next month?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
I predict Too Short to Ride is Peridot and Steven fusing.
Whatever.
Sorry.
I'm out on that
see you
one.
Wednesday.
I'm out on that one. Will we see a Lapis fusion in the next month?
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
I'll say no, but it's possible, you know.
Is it possible that they fuse in Alone at Sea?
Stop with the Steven fusions.
I like the Steven fusions.
No. More, are we going to see the Lapidot fusion? That's the better question. Come on, man.
Oh, okay, I could see us getting the Lapidot. You know my theory on Lapidot is that we're going to go back to the barn, we're going to hear footsteps, and boom, we're walking on the Lapidot fusion.
No, I'm out on that. Lars and Sadie canon by the end of the season, yes or no? Actual dating.
I thought I really was expecting fusion. No, yes, they will be dating.
No,
yes.
we're not.
By the end of the season, they will be
two
dating.
humans. No, I agree. I'm in on that. Wait. No, I'm out on that. I don't know. I don't care about.
Steven will lick their hands and they will fuse through the magic of Steven.
No, I don't care about whether they're dating. Who cares? What else we got? Another Ruby and Sapphire appearance in the next month.
Yes.
That seems easy, but we've gotten a lot of them recently. We could be due for a long period.
But to be fair, we didn't know for sure they existed till only 20, 30 episodes ago.
Ruby,
you get maybe one
Ruby
every 10.
Or Sapphire individually fuses with another gem within the next month.
No.
Not happening.
If one of them do, who would it be, Ruby or Sapphire?
I think the more like who they fuse with. I think it would be one of the crystal gems. Like,
well, yes.
Like I think it would be like Garnet, Amethyst, or Pearl. Like that, and
Sapphire fuse with Garnet.
I think Sapphires. If you like, why would you need Ruby to fuse with someone? Sapphire might serve a practical purpose. So, like, I could see that.
Sapphire Lapis. The color palette wouldn't change.
You just need a really blue giant thing. So that's why you need to fuse them. That's why you need that. I don't know. What else can we speculate on? Stevani, is Stevani going to do anything interesting? Yes or no? Other than existing.
Drift race. Stevani will drift race, and it will be beautiful.
That counts as no, if that's...
That's not all they will do. I just went through every pronoun I know.
That's accurate. But are we gonna is a human going to fuse with a gem that is not Connie?
If a human, okay,
within the next month.
If Greg and Steven fuse and Greg the babysitter, yes. If not, that is the only time I think we will see a gem and a human fuse.
That's so specific.
Yes, and I'm banking on that one time.
And lastly, will we see Bismuth fuse? Well, not lastly. I have a few more Bismuth questions. Will you see Bismuth fuse with anyone? Yes or no?
More likely in a flashback, but possibly. I could see they show a flashback to Bismuth fusing with Rose, but I highly doubt we will see Bismuth actively fuse with someone.
I think we'll see Bismuth fuse with someone. I think that'll happen.
I mean, I'm not super no on that. It's just I don't think, but it's possible. It's more possible than half of what we said.
Bismuth is secretly evil. Asterisk evil being more morally gray than morally good. Are we getting that twist? Like Bismuth is actually not a great person.
It's almost too done, but it would make sense in that, think about it, every villain they've introduced has become a hero. They're about to introduce their first hero. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's going to be a villain.
It'd be really interesting if we had a non-Homeworld villain like Bismuth.
Yeah, it would break the fandom's heart, though.
Yeah.
Which I kind of want to see that happen.
I think we're doing this trope. I'm not sure in what fashion, but Bismuth's going to be morally gray. And then the season ends with a significant change to status quo. Yes or no?
Okay. Yes. There's a very old theory. Have you heard the Pearl corruption theory.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that. You think
Well,
that's happening?
basically, it was supposed to happen at the end of season 2, and that's still possible. I doubt it, but I think we're gonna get something of that level, or we're gonna get the traditional. Because this is the end of the second season. Um, we're gonna get that traditional Empire Strikes Back, Avatar Book 2. We're gonna get that kind of everything sucks for the heroes. I think that's the way they're going. Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be a happy ending.
I agree. So let me rattle off some possibilities. We leave Earth. Earth is significantly damaged or destroyed. There's like some sort of like big explosion or something. Our heroes are taken captive back to homeworld. Bismuth like turns on them, and like one of our gems gets like really hurt or killed in some form.
So what you're describing to me is business.
These are
business
separate. These are all
Lando
separate.
Calrissian. One of our gems is Han Solo.
Yes, sure.
The rest have to save them.
These are separate ideas, by the way, that I'm listing.
I thought it was one idea.
They could be connected if you want. Someone dies. Rose comes back, and that has bad consequences. Something bad with Pearl involving Rose. Something bad happening to Steven. Like, there's a lot of stuff that could happen.
I kind of want to see the Pearl corruption arc. I mean, it's like I don't want to see Pearl gotten rid of, but part of me would love to see them take it to that extreme of Pearl trying to kill Steven to bring back Rose, and they would only do it if her gem was cracked.
Not happening, but
they wouldn't do it if she was in her right mind.
Not happening. But it's something with Pearl I think is interesting. So, okay, there's a speculation. Let us know. Well, last comments.
I'm really excited. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot, but I think it's going to be really good. I'm very pumped to see what they have in store for us.
Yeah, I mean, we're about to see like 20 episodes of.
Yeah, we're getting a season basically.
20
in the blink
episodes
of
of
an
the
eye.
best show on TV in a month. So that's like, I mean,
yeah,
let us know what you thought about any of our speculation, the answers to any of the questions. Give us your choices to my all my questions I just asked. Comments on the website, on YouTube video, or Tumblr asks. And stick with us for Steven Universe coverage every weekday coming up. Podcast out an hour after the episode, probably, except for Monday, so we'll see about that. And I'm Hysen and Justin Cummings. We'll get in Michelle Ander, Delaney Stilwell, and Sam Quattro for our coverage at various points. And you can check us out at overlyanimated.com or support us at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you to Mitch, Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, Taylor, Davon, and Jade, aka Fear, Mitch, Gordon, Steve, Beatrice, Jane, Nathan, Philly, and Buzz Lightyear, Mailman, Rich, Jennifer, Robert, Brian, Cook, Cat, Needle, and to be determined. We'll work on those guys. Thank you very much for listening for this week's Roundtable, and no more Roundtables for a while, just episode discussions. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.